Hello world, it's Taylor. Hi. It is the 3rd of February, 2015, and I've been on testosterone for 3 months. I met with a friend recently who said that my voice sounded deeper, and I'd seen them like a month ago. I'm not sure if that's true or not. It doesn't feel different, but maybe you can tell. I think I'm getting used to my new singing voice. I'm not quite there yet, but I feel that with enough practice I can get the hang of it. There are still some songs I can't sing anymore, and notes I can't reach anymore, but that's okay. Because I can sing in a lower register, and it still sounds fine. I'm getting used to being hungry all the time. You probably can't see it from there, but I've got fuzz. I haven't bought any shaving cream or anything like that yet. I should, because the one time I did shave before Christmas, it was a dry shave, and my skin wasn't very happy about that. I think the most noticeable thing this month is that I've gained a lot of weight. I've gained like 20 pounds. And that's really good, because I've always been underweight. I think at my smallest as an adult, I weighed 92 pounds, which is ridiculous and not healthy. So I'm glad I weigh more. It was like 120 the last time I checked. So that's good, that's healthy. I've noticed some psychological changes. One of them is that I'm less self-conscious. So I actually talk more, because I'm not worried that I'm gonna come across as a woman. I also laugh more. And I don't think that's just the testosterone, although that helps. I think just in general I have a lot better mental health than I used to. And there are a lot of contributing factors to that. I like being able to laugh easily. And I think the people around me are happy to see me like that too. This month I thought I'd talk about passing. If you don't know what that is, that means in public, people perceiving you as the gender you're presenting yourself as, and coming across as that gender. So in my case, it would be that even though I was born female, I'm presenting myself as a man and being perceived as such. When I first started living as a man, I obviously got misgendered all the time, because I was skinny and short and a squeaky voice. I also hadn't quite gotten used to, acting like a guy. Because the body language is really different. Guys take up more space. Like, on the bus, for example, you'll see women there, and they'll be, making sure they take up, one seat, and they might have their bag on their lap, and just sitting politely, pretty much. But a lot of the time I'll see guys just slouching, laid back, with their legs open, just taking up a lot of space and not shy about putting their bags on the seat beside them or whatever. And they don't really think to take up less space unless someone needs the space next to them. It took me a little while to become accustomed to acting like a guy too, even though when I was a girl, I was pretty masculine to begin with. But yeah, on the weekends or in the evenings, it happened less because people might perceive me as a middle schooler or high schooler and just think I'm some kid. But if it was during the day on a weekday, they'd be like, oh, that person clearly isn't in public school, and that person does not have a deep voice, is not especially bulky, so that person must be a woman. And I don't fault them for that, but it was still frustrating on my part, because I was trying really hard to live the way I wanted, and people weren't playing along. I didn't really correct people, though. I mean, not if I didn't see them again. The only time I correct people is if I know I'm going to see a lot of them. For example, when I started working, whenever people misgendered me, I corrected them, because I was going to see them every day, and I didn't want them calling me she. They've all since corrected themselves, and it probably helps that I have fuzz and a deep voice. I guess when I started out, I did some obvious things, like I went shopping, I got some new clothes, picked out some stuff that I liked. I bound my chest. I have a binder. I don't wear it very often, mostly because it doesn't fit very well now that I've gained weight. It also hurts. It's tight. I feel like I have bruised ribs whenever I take it off. But no, at first I used that a lot, and that helped me feel more confident about wearing just t-shirts. I mean, it's not like I have a whole lot here to begin with, so it wasn't that hard to hide. So during the winter especially, I can get away without it. I remember I went to get a haircut. The first time I went to a barber. Well, before I went, I did research. I read about barber culture. And I was like, okay, I'm prepared. So I went in, and like, it went exactly the way that the person who wrote the article said it might. And I was like, wow, this is really cool. We got the haircut done, and it went well, and I liked it, and I've been going to that same barber ever since. They're good people over there. Although right now, I don't really want to go get my haircut. I actually really like long hair. I didn't have it long for a long time, because if that's not an invitation to get misgendered, I don't know what is. Now that I have fuzz and a deep voice and my body is a bit more masculine looking, I think I can get away with it. So I'm using the men's locker room at work. I have ever since I started. And I remember one time a lady came in, she was cleaning all the locker rooms and bathrooms and whatever, and so she knocked. She was like, "Is it okay if I come in?" I said, "Yeah, we're decent." And she hesitated. She was like, "Is there a woman in there?" And I was like, "There are no women in here." I'm pretty okay using the locker room. The only thing is, I won't change my shirt if there are other people in there, because no one needs to see my chest. If they do, they'll start asking questions. We all know how much I love those. So sometimes I'll keep my t-shirt on all day underneath my smock, because being uncomfortably hot is better than having people stare at my chest. Public restrooms is something I have a problem with, though. I won't use them unless I am alone in them, because frankly it sounds different when men and women pee. So I'm worried that if I pee, I'll give myself away, and I don't want to do that. But these days, for the most part, people perceive me as a guy. I'm passing, in other words, and that's good, because it was so amazingly irritating when they thought I was a woman. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It's just every day having yourself invalidated and told it isn't real. But, like I said, happening less and less, and I hope that eventually it'll stop happening altogether. I guess that's all I want to talk about for today. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in a month or so. Bye!